For my final project, I wanted to focus on the cooking vlog I did. I wanted to ask my mom and dad what their diets were, what their favorite foods were, so I could make kind of like a meal that each one of them would really enjoy. So I started with my dad, and my dad's on Weight Watchers, so he's more worried about his diet. Like, he likes to eat healthy foods, and he doesn't like to eat a meal that kind of just sits in his stomach, like a pasta with like a heavy cream sauce. So one of his favorite foods is also mushrooms. So I wanted to make a meal that was light, that had vegetables in it, that I could put mushrooms in. So I decided to do a burrito bowl. So that's just with brown rice, so healthier than white rice. I did chicken sausage, cut a little chicken sausage up, cook it in little pieces, and then sauteed mushrooms and onions and corn and beans to put on top. And additional things like salsa and guacamole and sour cream and cheese can go on top if my dad or anyone who's eating it wants it. So my mom, she's not too worried about her diet. She kind of just likes, she'll eat whatever, you know. And one time I was at a restaurant, I was eating a chicken enchilada, and it was the first time I had an enchilada, and I was not a big fan of it. And I was like, I like wanted to like it, but I couldn't, because like what was in it was just like mush and like wasn't anything too good. So I decided I wanted to make my own enchiladas, chicken enchiladas, and come up with my own recipe to do it. And I did that one night, and my mom loved it. So I'm gonna make that again for my mom. And so that's just shredded chicken with like cream cheese and taco seasoning and just cheddar cheese rolled up in little soft shell tacos, and I pour enchilada sauce over it and cook it. And the thing I wanted to add to this project was that for my sister's birthday, I bought her a bunch of cooking stuff because she's getting her own apartment. And I also made her like a cookbook, and it's like, I think I put like 10 recipes in it, and they're healthy recipes and they're cheap recipes. They're supposed to be 4 serving sizes per meal, and the meals are all under $10. So I did that so that she could be able to stay on budget while making healthy dinners and not just going to buy like the cheapest thing like ramen noodles and things that are unhealthy. So here's some pictures of that. I also wanted to donate some food to our neighbor's table in Amesbury, just to help people out who can't afford food and to help the cooks there prepare good meals. So I want to go to the grocery store and pick out my items to buy. So this is the brand of sausage I get. I normally get a smoked barbecue one, but I wanted to try something different, so I grabbed the sweet apple. My dad's mushrooms, I got shredded lettuce, a sweet onion. I got brown minute rice. Minute rice is way easier to cook with than regular rice. You save a bunch of time. I got no salt corn. And then for my enchiladas, I got a bar of cream cheese, bag of cheddar cheese. I got some salsa, guacamole, and sour cream dip, the enchilada sauce, some taco seasoning, soft shell tacos, and the rotisserie chicken. I got all my groceries together and I paid. I went home and I started cooking my burrito bowl. I started with cutting my sausage, and the good thing about the sausage is that it's already fully cooked, so you only need to heat it up on a pan for about 7 to 9 minutes. I like to chop mine all up before I heat it up. Once it's all chopped up, I'm going to put it in a pan to warm it. I then cleaned my cutting board, washed my hands, and washed my knife. And then I cut my onion. I like to cut both sides of the onion off first, and then I like to peel back a layer of the onion. After my onion is all chopped up, I'm going to put it in a pan with some oil to make sure it gets all caramelized. I'm then going to put 2 cups of water in a pot and boil it, and once it's boiled, I'll put the minute rice in. My sausage is just about done. I'm then going to put corns and beans in a pan to heat them up to make a vegetable mixture. I'm going to add the mushrooms to the caramelized onions and just heat that through. Once everything is all cooked, I'm going to start to assemble my bowl. So I start and I put a couple scoops of rice in the bowl. I'm then going to take a few scoops of my vegetable mixture and put it in its own section of the bowl. After that, I'm going to put my mushrooms and onions in the bowl, and then I'll put some sausage on. I'm then going to throw a little lettuce in the middle to add some color. And this is when I'm going to put my salsa, my guacamole, sour cream, and cheese onto the bowl, and then you're all done. Moving on to my enchiladas, I got everything I need. I'm going to start shredding the pre-cooked chicken. I normally do about 2 cups, so then I'm going to put that in a bowl. I'm going to take my stick of cream cheese, and I like to cut it into squares so it's easier to mix. I'm going to throw the cream cheese in the bowl, and I actually mix it with my hands. And then I'm going to put some cheddar cheese in, mix it all up. And then I'm going to grab my taco seasoning. I use mild, and I'm going to sprinkle maybe 1/3 of that in. And then mix it all up. I'm going to get a pan, make sure it's all sprayed so the enchiladas do not stick. And then I'm going to use about 1/3 of my enchilada sauce and pour it all over the pan, just so that the bottom of the enchiladas are nice and soft. I'm then just going to take a spoon and make sure it's spread all over the pan. I'm going to preheat my oven to 375. And I'm going to take my soft shell tacos, put it on a plate. And I'm going to grab my chicken mix and just put some in the tortilla and then fold it up. You can put as much as you want in. The more mix you put in, the less enchiladas you're going to have. But I normally like to stuff mine. So then you just want to make sure that the crease is nice and tightly together and put it creased down on the pan. Once they're all in there, you're going to take the rest of your enchilada sauce and just pour it all over the enchiladas. Then again, you just want to make sure you spread it. And after it's all evenly distributed, you want to grab the rest of your cheddar cheese, sprinkle it on top of your enchiladas, grab some aluminum foil and put it right over the pan. You're going to throw that in the oven for 15 minutes. This is just a video of my cat going crazy by the light of the oven. So yes, just 15 minutes in the oven. Once that 15 minutes is up, you're going to take the tinfoil off and bake for another 15 minutes. You want to let them cool for about 5 minutes and then enjoy. Another thing I did for this project was make my sister a college budget meal cookbook, all meals under $10. So I have a bacon spinach pasta with Parmesan, 4 servings, total cost is $5.23. Here's the recipe. Next, I did a quick 15-minute chicken stir fry. Here's the recipe for that. And then I did a grown-up grilled cheese sandwich, 4 servings, total cost is $8.56. Next, I did a fettuccine with oil and pasta, 4 servings at $5.60. And then a roasted chicken with potatoes and butternut squash, 4 servings for $6.48. Then I threw some in my favorite recipes, which is a honey soy sauce chicken with a fried rice. One of my sister's favorite things to eat is Triscuits, so I made a healthy Triscuit. 4 servings, $8.84. And then my simple burrito bowl, had to throw that in there for her. And then lastly, I just wanted to give her a few cooking tips, things about like what lean is and ground beef and what minute rice is, how minute rice helps you save time. I said soy sauce is a great flavor for anything. Buying deshell deveined shrimp if you want to have shrimp. Freeze your meat, don't waste it. Always cut the extra fat off wheat. A little red pepper goes a long way. Never buy garlic cloves, just buy the jar of garlic. It's like the same thing. It's very easy. Search for coupons online before you go shopping is what I do too. So thank you for listening to my project, and I hope you find something good to cook.